Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this easy, simple, bronzy summer glam. So if you want to see how I got this makeup look, then just keep watching. Alright, so the first thing that I did is I just took two little pieces of tape. I look crazy and I just put them under my eyes because I feel like it's going to make it easier for doing the shadow to make it look like a wing shape. I'm going to do the eyes first just in case I have any fallout. That way it's just easier to clean it up before I do the rest of my face. So I'm going to start with a transition color, and I've been loving to just take this bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer, and I'm just going to take that on a fluffy blending brush. This is the MAC 224, and I'm just going to lightly buff that into my crease just to add a little bit of warmth. And this is just going to be like the first transition shade because I want to keep the look really warm and bronzy, and I just think this is like a really pretty color to use as a transition shade. And I'm just going to kind of take that back all the way towards the end of my brow. So I'm just going to blend that in softly with the blending brush. Sorry for all the background noise. Like, I do live in the city, so it's really freaking loud. If you can hear the cars and the motorcycles in the background, I'm sorry. And it's like annoying because when I edit my videos, I can't tell if the background noise is coming from the actual video or if it's like outside my window because it's constant 24/7. There's always like horns and cars, and it's just always loud. Okay, so we have that transition shade on. Now I'm going to go into my eyeshadow palette, and the one that I'm going to use today is the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. And I've actually never used this palette before. It's really pretty. It's warm. Just a nice bronzy palette for the summertime. And I'm going to take on, let's see here. I'm just going to use like a little bit of a smaller blending brush. It's just a little bit thinner. I'm going to take this shade Substitute for Love, which is right down here. And I'm going to pick that up on my brush, and I'm just going to buff that kind of like in the outer V area, just to add a little bit more definition. And the tape makes it so much easier because then at the end you just peel it off and it looks really pretty, and it's just a lot easier. It's been so long since I used this like tape trick because I've just been like pretty lazy and just doing like basic looks. So this is the first time I'm breaking out the tape in a while. So I'm just gonna buff that in, like I said, in the outer V. Now that that shade's on, I'm going to take, this is a Chrome Pot, and this is by Tarte. And this is gonna be the lid shade that I'm gonna use. It's called Beach Bay. And it's like a loose pigment, so when you put this on, just be really careful because this is super messy. But it's this really pretty like gold metallic shade. So I'm just gonna pick this up. Like, the pigment is insane. Like, look how metallic that is. I'm just gonna take that on my ring finger, and I am going to put that all over my lid. Yeah, it's super intense, super metallic. So that's kind of why I wanted to do my eyes first, just because I knew, like, anytime I use these, there definitely is fallout because it's kind of like a loose pigment. So if you're gonna use this product, definitely just do your eyes first and then do the rest of your makeup afterwards. It's just so much easier to clean everything up. And with this product, a little bit goes a long way. You only need a real little bit. It's super intense. And then I'm going to just take like a flat shader brush. This is Bodyography Pro flat shader brush. Any kind of flat brush will work, and I'm just going to take that and just finish blending that chrome paint all over my lid. Okay, so now that that shade's on, I'm gonna take a little bit of a fluffy, like a fluffy pencil brush. This is Smashbox definer brush, and I'm going to go back into my Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette, and I'm going to take the color Freshly Toasted, which is like this reddish color on the bottom, and I'm going to take that on like the outer third of my lid to kind of bring back a little bit more warmth. So I'm just focusing this color on the outer third and kind of like taking that up into the crease a little bit. I love the way like these reddish brown shades look with the Beach Bay Chrome Pot, like with the orange and the red and the brown. It's like a pretty bronzy look for summer. And then just to kind of like clean everything up, I'm gonna go back in with my MAC 224, the fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna softly blend all the colors together. These shadows blend really nice. This is the first time I use this Zoeva palette, and the shadows are blending really nice. And then I'm just gonna take like whatever's left over on my ring finger, because like I said, the Chrome Pot is super pigmented, and I'm just gonna focus this on the center of my lid, and I'm just going to go back over that to kind of brighten it up a little bit more. And just like add in a little bit more of a metallic sheen. Okay, so I think that's good for the shadow. I'm gonna peel off, now it's like the big reveal, I'm gonna peel off the tape. And I just love how easy that makes it, because like all of the fallout was just on the tape. Okay. So I have a little bit of fallout. I'm just going to wipe that away with a brush real quick. Now I'm gonna move on to the face. So I already put sunscreen on. I wear sunscreen every single day. And I put my moisturizer on, so my skin's all prepped. And I'm just going to take, this is actually a new foundation that I'm gonna try today. This is the Hydroflex foundation. This is from Tarte. I'm wearing the shade 14N Fairlight Neutral. So it's like a real liquidy type of formula. It's called a serum foundation. So I'm just going to put that on my sponge. And I'm just going to apply that. Normally I like to wear tinted moisturizers, but this is kind of like a hybrid. It's a serum foundation. So I'm excited to see how this looks, because I do need a little bit more coverage today. I have some situations on my cheek that I want to cover up. And I did just do my brows. So I use like one of those little tinkle razors, and I just kind of like shave and shape my brows. So that is what that is. This is like a cut from my tinkle razor. So I need to cover that up. My forehead, I don't know, like I have really dry skin, so I kind of tend to stay away from foundations in general, because it's hard for me to find a formula that actually looks good on my skin. Like I just feel like most foundation formulas just emphasize my texture, and it makes my skin look worse when I wear foundation. So I'm like on a journey to find the perfect moisturizing foundation. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer, and I'm just gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape, This is the shade Light. And I'm just gonna put a little bit under my eye. Just to conceal. And I do like how this gives like a brightening effect under my eyes. So I'm just gonna blend that in. And take that down onto my cheek where I need a little bit extra coverage. Okay, so now that I have the concealer and the foundation on, I'm going to just kind of warm up my face a little bit because I'm super pale. I'm going to go back in with that Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm just going to take that, this is the shade Light Bronze, on this Eco Tools brush, and I'm just going to kind of warm up the complexion. And it's hard for me to find a bronzer that looks good because I'm so pale, but I really do love this light bronzer shade because it's like the perfect shade of like warmth and bronziness, but it still has a little bit of a cool tone to it, so it's like the perfect mixture. Because like I don't always just want to wear like a contour shade that's super brown and cool toned, because then sometimes it almost looks like taupey on me. So I think this is like a good shade just to kind of add some warmth to the face. So I'm going to take that around my jawline, blend that into my cheeks, up into my forehead. Just to give me like a summer glow. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that bronzer too. And I'm just gonna take that down my nose. Sometimes I'll do like a nose contour, but I'm gonna be honest, most days I don't do that because I'm just lazy. So I kind of like just like running some bronzer down my nose, and then I'll put a little bit of blush on it too. And I'm even gonna work a little bit of bronzer into my forehead. Just like on the perimeters. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with some blush. And I'm gonna take just an Eco Tools blush brush. And I'm gonna go in with my favorite blush, which is Milani, in the shade Luminoso. It's the Baked Powder Blush, and this is my all-time favorite blush. It reminds me of NARS Orgasm, so it's super pretty. For the summer, it's like a peachy pink with a gold shimmer. And I'm just going to put that on my cheekbones. Then I'm gonna take a little bit on my nose too, just to add in some color back into my face. And it gives the skin like a really pretty glow without even putting highlighter on. It's just beautiful, like in the summer when you're tan, or even in the winter when you're not tan. It's super pretty. And it's also, I think it's under $10. It might be like $7 or $8 at the drugstore. You can get it at Ulta. It's super affordable, and the formula is really, really beautiful. So this is like my go-to, and it's one of the only blushes that I've used so much that I actually hit pan on this and bought like a second one, because I have a lot of blushes and I like to switch it like up the products that I'm using, but this is something that I used up the whole entire thing, which is pretty rare for me to love a product so much that I'm gonna use up the whole thing. So this is now like my brand new second one that I got, and I love to put on a lot of blush. Okay, so now that the blush is on, I am gonna add in a little bit of a highlight, and I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Golden Flower Crown. And I'm gonna take that on an e.l.f. small tapered brush. And it's just this really pretty gold champagne. This almost reminds me of the Becca Champagne Pop. But if I'm being honest, I actually like this formula so much more than the Becca. And again, this is a super affordable product. This is only couple dollars at the drugstore, and this is like hands down my favorite highlight formula. And I'm just gonna take that on the tops of my cheekbones and on my nose. It just gives like a really pretty gold sheen. All right, now I'm just going to run some brow pencil through my brows real quick. This is Tarte Sketch and Set in the shade Medium Brown. I don't get crazy with my brows. I just kind of follow the natural shape of my brows. I just like to add in like a little bit of color and definition. So just run through them quick with the pencil side, and then I'll brush through them with the gel just to kind of hold everything in place. No matter how hard I try, my brows never come out exactly the same. They're never completely even. But I do like the thick, full brow look. So I've been really wanting to try the ABH Brow Freeze. So I think that's gonna be next on my list to pick up and try, because I heard really good things about it. So brows are done. I'm gonna put on a little bit of eyeliner today. I'm gonna use this Easy on the Eyes eyeliner by Tarte, and this is in the shade Golden Plum. And as of recent, I've been really into wearing more like natural bronzy liner shades. So I've been loving bronze, brown. I just feel like it looks more natural and it's less harsh, and I never thought I would be that person that likes brown eyeliner, but I've been loving it. So this shade Golden Plum is actually like more of like a burgundy purple, and I think it just looks really pretty with the bronze shades. So I'm going to just take that into my waterline, and this eyeliner is pretty good. It's really creamy, and that was just one like application, so it goes on pretty smooth. And then I'm gonna take this pencil and kind of go up on my top lash line also. So I'm gonna draw a line. I'm kind of gonna follow that line that the tape made to make like a wing. So I am gonna draw up on here just to make a wing. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with this brush right here, which is an angled, actually, yeah, okay. I'm gonna take this angled, it's supposed to be for brows, but I use it for liner. Any kind of angled brush that you have will do. And I just kind of like to go over the gel pencil to kind of like feather it out. And then I'm gonna take that same brush. I'm going to dip, not really dip, but just like run it across the tip of the gel pencil liner because it's really smooth and creamy, so it picks up some of the product. And I just think it's like easier to control, to get like a thinner line on the top. And I'm just going to go in and line to make my cat eye. So now I'm going to just apply some mascara. I'm gonna curl my lashes first. Oh shit. Without pinching all my lashes off. Oh my god, my eyes are watering now. I swear using a lash curler is like the scariest thing. But it makes such a huge difference. Okay, lashes are curled. And now I'm going to take Surfer Curl Mascara. This is from Tarte. And I'm just gonna apply this on the top and bottom lashes. I also love to wear fake lashes, but I just haven't really been wearing them recently. I've just been focusing on growing my natural lashes and having them be healthy and long. So I can also make a video on that, just kind of like talking about my lash growth journey. I've been using a serum and I have noticed like quite a difference since I've started using that serum and just taking better care of my lashes in general. I always get mascara at least on my eyelid or in my eyebrow every single time. Right, now the eyes, the face are done. I'm going to just kind of line my lips. I'm going to take this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner, and these are my favorite drugstore lip liners ever. Take today this shade Los Angeles and the NYX Suede Crayon Matte Lip Liner. And I'm just gonna line my lips. So now I'm just gonna take this NYX, what is this called? Soft Matte Lip Cream. This is in the shade London. So freaking pretty. This is my favorite lip ever. Again, I don't really finish lip products often because I'm just buying like so many different new colors and formulas, and I love to try new things. But this is something that, like, again, will just be my all-time favorite. I pretty much never ever wear a different nude. This is pretty much my go-to. Like, you know when you just find that one color and you just can't find anything better? That's just how it is for London for me. Okay, so now lip is on. I am just going to, it is a matte formula. It's called the Soft Matte Lip Cream. Like, of course it's matte. So I'm gonna take just like a little bit of a gloss just in the center to add a little bit of shine. And this is like my go-to favorite lip color. It's not really a color, it's a gloss. It's a gloss balm. This is the Laneige. I know everyone loves this lip glowy balm. This is the shade Berry. This shit is bomb. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in the center just to add some shine. And I love wearing this on its own too because it's just so comfortable and it's super hydrating. Here's a close-up of the finished look. It's a super simple, easy, bronzy glam. I love wearing this look in the summertime. It's perfect for the upcoming warmer months. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial, and if you have any kind of requests, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.